Every weekday, millions of hours burn away on concrete parking lots we politely call highways. For nearly a century, the proposed escape route from this gridlock was the flying car. But strapping wings to a sedan turned out to be heavy, impractical, and frankly, a bit ridiculous. We do already have vehicles that can lift straight up, of course, but traditional helicopters never scaled for mass transit. They are far too loud to operate frequently over residential neighborhoods, and keeping a heavy turbine spinning on jet fuel makes the per-mile ticket price astronomically high. The modern aerospace industry is betting heavily on a different approach, eVTOL, or electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. These vehicles are designed to lift off a pad exactly like a helicopter, but then cruise efficiently through the air like a standard airplane. Leading companies have already quietly logged hundreds of successful test flights. But launching a commercial network requires these aircraft to clear 4 specific hurdles simultaneously. Success depends on the alignment of engineering, public integration, urban infrastructure, and federal law. The first major hurdle is purely physical. Pushing a heavy vehicle straight up into the air and holding it there requires a massive, continuous expenditure of energy. Jet fuel holds enormous energy for its weight, while heavy lithium-ion batteries offer a fraction of that energy. To fly on battery power, engineers use distributed electric propulsion. Spreading multiple smaller motors across the wings provides critical redundancy and efficient hovering without massive fuel burn. To conserve battery life, the rotors physically tilt forward once the aircraft gains altitude, transitioning from an energy-draining hover into highly efficient winged forward flight. But mastering the physics solves only part of the equation. If these vehicles are going to operate constantly above neighborhoods and office buildings, they must navigate very strict urban noise limits. Because they rely on multiple small electric propellers rather than a single massive blade chopping through the air, eVTOLs generate a fraction of the acoustic footprint of a traditional helicopter. Quiet operation gets you permission to fly over a city, but the industry is actively developing another essential capability to make it viable long-term: fully autonomous, pilotless flight. A human pilot takes up a seat that could hold a paying passenger and commands a high salary. Removing that weight and expense allows per-mile operating costs to drop far enough for air travel to compete directly with ground-based ride-sharing. Even a cheap, quiet, and perfectly engineered aircraft is completely useless if it doesn't have a dedicated place to land. Cities need vertiports, dedicated, highly compact takeoff and landing facilities. Squeezing these structures into existing, densely packed urban skylines requires intensive civil engineering and rigorous coordination with local city planners. All of this leads to the fourth and most difficult pillar. Aviation authorities, such as the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States, act as the ultimate gatekeepers for the entire industry. Before a single paying passenger steps aboard, these aircraft must undergo a brutal, multi-stage certification process to prove that these entirely novel aerodynamic designs actually work safely in the real world. The regulatory standard does not grade on a curve for innovation. The rigorous math and exhaustive test flights must prove that hopping in an air taxi is exactly as safe as boarding a standard commercial airliner. Major aerospace firms and legacy automakers have poured multiple billions of dollars of strategic investment into this emerging space, and every single dollar depends on passing this exact regulatory threshold. Mastering the battery chemistry, designing the vertiports, and lowering the noise profile all mean absolutely nothing if the vehicle cannot legally fly. Certification remains the absolute bottleneck of the entire urban air mobility vision. Given the sheer complexity of aligning physics, urban real estate, and federal law, a healthy dose of skepticism regarding an overnight launch of flying taxis is warranted. The real roadmap to adoption is much more incremental. Because cargo and military logistics face lower regulatory and infrastructure barriers, moving freight will likely happen long before moving commuters. When passenger services do eventually launch, the initial rollout is expected to happen outside the United States, in markets willing to push operations slightly ahead of full FAA certification. Certain Middle Eastern cities are actively positioning themselves as early adopters, preparing the ground infrastructure to host initial commercial eVTOL flights. As developers push toward a 2026 commercial target, the true scope of the ambition becomes clear. urban air mobility requires the simultaneous evolution of a viable transit network. To build these complex vehicles fast enough to meet those deadlines, engineers are turning to a new toolset. Next time, we'll explore how artificial intelligence is accelerating aerospace engineering by rapidly simulating millions of design iterations at once.